Testing, testing. 1, 2, 5. Can you hear me? Okie dokie. Do you hear me clearly? Am I doubling up? Hello, hello. Oh, wow. What is that sound? Interesting. All right, thank you. All right, thank you, you all. I was attempting to stream on YouTube and Instagram. Oh, yeah. There we go. There we go. And it didn't look like the Instagram was working. I used the Instagram desktop app, so I'm going to practice with that. I had to cough. I did that because I had to cough. All right, so I'm coughing because of this. What is this glowy message box? Get it off of me. Get it off. Get it off. Laugh my ass off. Thank you so much for the last 4 months and beyond of your greatest courage, enthusiasm, and honesty, Mike. You remind me of a high school frenemy. Why do Geminis always remind you of the frenemy? The frenemy. And why is it the frenemy you like? Gemini, we need to have a meeting. If you don't know, Gemini is back, baby. Gemini is back, ladies and gentlemen. You see it all over. You see, you know, because Kanye is back with his classic rants, and you thought he was gonna let up. Yeah, he apologized to whoever, but like Gemini is back, baby. Okay, I just need to let you know, like it's not just yay. All right, Gemini, we need to have a meeting. Why do we just like why do we be frenemies to so many people? The frenemy thing is like, and you'll be thinking like, oh, we're friends, and it's like, oh, we were frenemies the whole time. Like what? All right. Kurt Casablancas, take that back. Vultures is gonna be a classic. Y'all love hating on Kanye West. Y'all love hating on Yeezus. Like this man can drop a bad album. Yes, even the Christian album that you motherfuckers hated on too. Let me tell you something. Gemini is back, motherfuckers. We've been gone for 12 years. You have until May. Do you hear me? You have until May. You have until May of 2024. And then Gemini is back. That's why he was like, everybody, do you understand this? You don't have much time. Look at all the Geminis in the chat. You know I'm not lying. Look at all the Gemini moons like, yep, I feel you, peace dealer. I feel you, peace dealer. Look at all the Gemini risings like, oh, I thought they knew. I thought they knew. I thought they knew. I don't think you know. I'm not going to diss Taurus. Taurus thing, I was going to say slow ass Taurus. I'm not going to diss Taurus. Shout out to Taurus. If you want to light a candle with me, I have a tea light to commemorate our return. You have Gemini in your chart too, whether you're a Gemini or not. They are not ready. They're not ready. Y'all are still reeling over the truth bombs Gemini sponsored 2012. There's about to be more. There's about to be more. There's about to be more. You say you said it though. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. Taurus, I got Venus and Taurus. You know we love you out here. You know we love you. Even if you and Scorpio be throwing shade, it's cool. We love you. Taurus, you the food goat. Like you the food. So like, all right. Before I go into Capricorn season, okay, they don't deserve us. You have to understand that the activation is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Okay, Aries already got theirs. Aries done, you know, everything with Aries is quick. Aries, boom, 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 got their shit done. Taurus has been taking its time, you know, had the nodes, blah, blah, blah. And then just it. Once Gemini gets this over, it's it. Now you have to understand, since 2012, truth bombs were dropped. And whether you're a Gemini or not, you will identify with this because the part of Gemini you used got you in trouble. If you identify with the Gemini struggle, you know that Gemini got you in trouble many times over the past 12 years. Everyone has Gemini in their chart. Kids say the darnest things. It's the part of you that just, you know, says the motherfucking truth. We're not talking about Virgo. The part of Virgo in your consciousness is the part that just relentlessly goes in on people and just criticizes them. We're not talking about your constructive criticism side. No. We're not talking about the Virgo part. No. Those are the dream killers. We're talking about the Gemini part of you, the one that gets you in trouble. The Virgo part really gets you in trouble, but the Gemini's been getting you in trouble too. And like basically since 2012. And by the way, for anyone who has prominent Gemini energy or you identify with this, please confirm this for me, because I'm going to say this as an archetype for Gemini, but you know, this isn't something that just happens to us. Okay. Mutable signs. You already know what's up. So like, here's the thing. Gemini dropped the truth bombs. And of course, everybody hated. And it's cool. And then everybody tried to kill us. I don't want to act paranoid. It's not like Pluto was making an 8th house aspect to our Gemini energy, but like, y'all tried to fucking kill us. Y'all tried to kill us. So there's 3 stages. 1, Gemini dropped the truth bomb. 2, y'all tried to fucking kill us. And then 3, nobody cared. Nobody cared. At all. So now Gemini's coming back. And I just want to let you know it's fucking over. It's over. It's over. It's wrap. Nobody cared. In fact, Sagittarius was like, but did you die? It's not just you. They tried to kill us too. Look at Jamie Foxx. They clone time, but we don't care. Y'all are ascended, Sag. They tried to kill us. And nobody cared. Sincerely, Gemini. Thank you. So if you see Geminis, there's just on some end of the world militant shit. Just remember that. Just remember that. Yes. Gemini is the writer strike union. You know how the writers went on strike? That's because in heaven, the Geminis went on strike. Gemini found out you guys weren't paying us. Gemini found out the producers were not paying them at all. They found out what Leo was getting paid, which is understandable. They're the lead character. And then they were like, oh, okay, fuck that. We ain't even need the money. We're on strike. Come to find out, Scorpio ripped the entire management staff a new asshole. And I didn't realize this happened South Node Scorpio. Scorpio went into the producer directing staff and yelled at everybody and somehow got paid twice as much as Leo. Yes. And y'all still managed to not pay Gemini. So like Gemini's like, all right, bitch, bye bitches. And Gemini's just went on strike for like the entire, that was the writer strike. That was the writer strike. Well, the writers are coming back. All right, we got an independent union now. It is what it is. And Aquarius really is being paid comfy as the narrator. And they're paying Libra. They're paying Libra got a whole agent. Libra and Leo got agents, nigga. So like it's like, excuse me, no, this up front, or you're not even getting us. You know you need us. You know you need Libra or Leo. This shit is Lil Durk and King Mon. You ain't gonna sell shit without these two. And y'all gave everyone else the budget and just said, hey, Gemini, we'll give you writer credit. Fuck you, bitches. You tried to kill us and no one cared. I apologize. I am being very selfish. This is not about me. This is not about us. Fuck us. Fuck us. Fuck us. Of course, Capricorn is laughing. Of course. Fuck us. It doesn't, we don't matter. We don't matter at all. Fuck us. All we do is talk all the time and think we know shit. Fuck us. Okay? Fuck everything I was talking about. Welcome to Capricorn season, ladies and gentlemen. The final awakening. Let me tell you, this Capricorn season is designed to make sure that above all odds, you are not in doubt about the reality that it is the end of the world. It's no longer a concept. It's no longer an idea that we were flirting with 2023, like, hey, the world might be ending. No, every single day of this 365, I put in quotes because it's a leap year, day of this year is going to be jam-packed with an incremental, intensifying understanding that the world is fucking ending. So here's the thing. There's the end of the world, and then there's the new world order. I want you to see Saturn direct in Pisces saying, choo choo, we ending this bitch. I want you to see Jupiter going direct right now, sextiling Pisces like, choo choo, I'm also ending this bitch. We crashing the economy. War is on the brink. And when I say this, I don't say this in a terrifying way. I say this in a this is nothing new way. This is just a repeat of a cycle that we have seen many times before in history. And what I want to make the distinction of for why I'm calling this the final awakening, the end of the system as we know it. And if you woke, you are celebrating this end. All right. 2024 is the ending of the world, and 2025 is the end of the world. Let me actually show you. I want to show you the distinction of Saturn going direct through Pisces versus next year, where Pluto is in Aquarius and Saturn and Neptune are getting ready to finish out of Pisces. Because by the time we go into 2026, as you could see, we are at the end and everything is ready to move into the next gear. So I can just tell you about the transits. Yes, Nikki D. This is the last boss battle. And the thing is, this analogy of a boss battle, which we're going to go into, which is the major feature, the creme de la, it's going to segue into Aquarius. It now will take this concept of the boss battle, which it's not limited to, but we can see as the proverbial fight against the corrupt corporation. Not to say that every corporation is corrupt, but the collective organization that with Pluto here has been exposing corruption to exploit individuals like you and me. This going into Aquarius is passing the torch to an awakening of Aquarius, the humanity, the people. But it's also now taking this boss battle concept to a different level. What's an example of this? Pluto in Capricorn in the 1700s was like the Russian czars and the French royals. That was our version of a filthy, corrupt corporation, right? And so Pluto there was exposing how all these royals were basically stealing all of the money and partying with it. And then once it went into Aquarius, the boss battle shifted into outright revolution, where now all of those royals have gotten beheaded and the people have, through revolution, taken control of that order, wrote a new, you guessed it, constitution. That didn't mean there were no more boss battles, but now the boss battles were now through purifying. Of course, the French Revolution was not perfect. And this was where we had to, and then they were also at war with so many people. So this is where it segues, but I don't want to, it's going to be really difficult to speak on because I want you to see this energy. Everything about Aquarius and Pisces is both out of this world and legendary. It's beyond. So Capricorn represents the material totality that enforces every brand of empiricism. And like the devil, that's thinking like a Satanist, this materialist, reductionist, demiurgic principle of not necessarily concerning anything spiritual or outside of the physical, this hyper materialistic look. So that's done. Okay. Like that curse that's been on the collective, you are alive. Yeah, lockdowns and quarantine camps. So Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring quarantine camps. And this is where I want you guys to be prepared. Okay. This is why I'm saying like Capricorn season is going to, in a short 30 days, because look, by the time we get into Aquarius season is going to be like ridiculous, guys. By the time we get into Aquarius season, this is the apex of the final boss battle. And like, boom. We started off with the Sun Pluto. And we're going to square Zeus and Uranus. So this Capricorn season is very quickly going to let you know this is not a fucking game. This is not a fucking game. You're going to see who was really out here just getting finessed by narratives and who was preparing. Some of you feel like you have to be over prepared. It's like this is going to be very reassuring for those of you who feel like you need any external products or things to prepare with. There is nothing that you can buy or grow or do to prepare for what's happening. Nobody knows the day or the hour. The only preparation that you need to mind to is 100,000% internal. The name of the game is adaptation. That's it. So you will grow, you will make use of skills, but as much as you will try to prepare, experiences will make that obsolete. But for those of you who are prepared, mind, body, and soul, you don't worry. Like I want you to move forward with the whole notion that you exist beyond the physical, like you have a higher self that is playing you like a video game. So let's say hypothetically, there has been a collective force that has gotten in the way between you and this higher self. If you read the book of Daniel, there's an analogy of this. Daniel prayed to God. I'm sorry. Daniel prayed to God. And of course, Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel came from the third heaven to earth, right? To meet with Daniel. And when he spoke with Daniel, he was saying, "Hey, my G, I know you've been fasting and praying for days, but on the way to deliver this message to you, the fallen angels, we were fighting back and forth. They were getting in the way of the connection, a straight connection." And Daniel never, ever doubted. Daniel just maintained that state. So much there. This is a huge story of just law of assumption right there. That is an analogy for these dark forces that get in the way of your direct connection with the higher power. And I don't mean higher as in above you, right? The space is not above us. We are in the solar system. So this higher faculty of your mind and being, we have dealt with deception to allow us to give our power away, to believe, oh, I don't have a being outside of me that guides me. Your intuition. You have had more than enough ample experiences throughout the past 2 years alone to know you have a higher self. I'm just going to call it that. You have a higher self. You have a higher. I hate to say it because it's not as simple as that. And I like to say it's really more your soul self. But like, you 100,000% have a higher capital faculty of yourself that is going to open up and awaken at the final level. This is the final awakening. So let's say that since 2008, you have put in the competence to create your own Sony Sega GameCube. Wow, that was nasty. Nintendo game. Wow. Sony Sega. Wow. But let's pretend that wasn't weird. Sony Sega GameCube. And this video game is the vehicle of your body. And now this 29-degree conjunction is now the epicenter into now downloading the programming. This is going to awaken your Nen. So the final awakening is pushing you to activate your life force energy and to use your Nen. If you've watched Hunter x Hunter, this is a Nen initiation. If you've watched Naruto, this is the ability to harness your chakra using the yin and yang of your own energy. If you've watched Dragon Ball Z, if you watch Harry Potter, literally, this is it. This is the collective awakening that's been prophesied for ages. But you have to understand, there are so much corporations, I don't even want to say corporations, there's so much forces. If you think about corporations and infrastructure, a lot of infrastructure is tied towards a backwards narrative that you have to give away your power in order to come into success, in order to come into energy, where a transit like this is going to awaken people to the facts that you have all the energy you need within. This is why they're telling you that climate control is real and you breathing is hurting the earth. This is why they're telling you you need to inject this in yourself. You need to eat this. We don't want you to rely on natural meat or whatever. And, we're going to push you in here if you don't do what? This is to just give you the false illusion of control. And there's nothing you have to do to come into the realization that you watching me right now have more power in this pinky than most people who don't even know their potential have in an entire lifetime. There are forces that are so terrified of just one person realizing this, talk less of a whole collective. So what happens when the whole collective not only awakens factors outside of anyone's ability to control? That's what makes Aquarius and Pisces so different. This now brings in metaphysical factors outside of anyone's ability to manipulate or control. And that's what, for example, like an alien, the government can only do so much to lie to you about aliens. You feel me? Or cursed spirits. Do you know the same government that has hired remote viewers? Every government has intel on aliens. Every government has intel on psychic abilities. Every government has intel on spirits. Governments are hesitant to tell you the fact that ghosts, spirits, all these things they show you in movies to prepare you through predictive programming exists. Not even because there's some evil cabal. Let's think about this practically. What will happen if they release this information and now it causes frantic and pandemonium throughout the world? What if keeping this information private is for the interest of public security? Because that'll be crazy if now factors out of their control force them to reveal it, because you're going to find out anyway, because you've been figuring it out, because you've been literally having children that they've been trying to dumb down and nerf their psychic powers, but they're too psychic. So your children are like, some of you, your children who are not old enough to understand these nuances are just channeling these forces like, Mom, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? This is the meaning of life. Blah, 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 blah. They're just awakening their consciousness. Yes. So like, we're here. This is it. This is the stuff your ancestors have been channeling for this period. Here, you are it. You're it. You're it. March of 2023 was the activation of this, okay? And then July during the equinox was the integration through Virgo. Then we went through September 2023. And you mastered all of this transcendence, especially with the evolution cycle since 2012. We presented our receipts in Libra during the I Told You So tour, which was very illustrious and really put a lot of people in their feelings during that eclipse, because they didn't expect for you to actually bring receipts. These were the people who were talking slick behind your back. Oh, they're doing this thing. Oh, they believe in this. Then you came in Libra like, bitch, look, I really do this. Well, yeah, well, and they didn't really know how to react. They were still talking shit. Scorpio season came. You put the sauce on it. I Told You So season 2. All sorts of crazy things started to get exposed because we had the Uranus opposition and the Jupiter opposition in Taurus. Boom, Sagittarius season. I Told You So. Part 3. Wildfire round allegations. Stuff happened so quickly in 30 days that Capricorn is going to allow us to process all of that. And that brings us to the last 3 stages. Conclusion. Cap, Aqua, Pisces. We're about to review everything. It's very interesting that the conclusion phase is the first day of the year, which mires a whole lot of this in illusion. So when you hear people talking about, oh, you're supposed to have a 13-month calendar, oh, this is an illusion, they're not necessarily wrong. Now, really, what you're going to see is the resurgence of the 2 calendar system. Really, if you want to be specific, there's 2 calendars. You need to have a 12-month calendar, and you can have a 13-month calendar. The 13th-month calendar is like a moon earth harvest calendar, especially if you do agriculture. That'll be good for that. The 12-month calendar is for the moon sun. For those of you who are astronomers or who want to account for the light, 13 months account for way more than 350 days, which is not accurate to the sun's relationship to the moon, which is why we need 12 months. But 13 months is the cycle between the moon and the earth. And so the 13-month calendar is going to be a lot more intuitive. I'm sure there are 3 calendars. I'm sure there could be more. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's a really good point. But yeah, definitely something to keep in mind, because by the time we reach this point here in Aquarius season, you will be very aware of what this next paradigm is. Pluto at 0 degrees Aquarius brought AI in a way we've never seen before, as well as the government teasing aliens like we're fucking stupid. Can you believe that? The humanity is so based that the government teased aliens, and humanity was like, Cap, them fake aliens. Cap, we don't want to see no aliens. We want to see the Epstein flight list. Stop. I was like, yes, humanity's awake. Yes, we're ready. We're ready, yes. Oh no, I don't think you guys know it's gonna be ugly. This is gonna be ugly. Not because anything's gonna happen to you, because you're gonna be kicking so much ass. By the time we get to Aries season and we click on the eclipse, you feel me? You'll be kicking so much ass. You're gonna be like, what has happened to me? Am I just a savage? Am I just a warrior? No, this is just war. Hold steadfastly right at dawn. Okay, so basically, I do want to illustrate and break down this Capricorn transit because the purpose of this final awakening relative to this analogy is quite basically to link you to this higher capability of yourself. It's everything you've been doing since before 2008, but let's just say the connection is so powerful that the Aquarius transit will be you knowing this. So Capricorn is you finally awakening and connecting into it, because that's how you beat the final boss. And then the Aquarius is you're getting to know it. As you get to know it through Aquarius season, it's going to link you with everyone you're connected with, because now your higher selves are linked beyond the physical. So this is where you'll start to recognize that 11th house group belonging, but it's even deeper than that, because Aquarius, if you think about this, right? Capricorn is the physical, the material universe. Aquarius is now the causal realm of the mind, out of this world, the alien. It's pretty much the frequency that Nikola Tesla speaks of, if you want to understand the universe, but it's this cosmic energy of knowledge, let's just say. So the best way I can say is Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces season are completing this vehicle that you have built to harness the supernatural. Taurus is natural, and of course Aquarius is supernatural, which is what makes Pisces divine. So Pisces being your imagination. Now that Saturn is here, this is going to bring the reality warping protocol. Remember, 2023, Saturn conjuncted the sun in Aquarius. This is going to be our first Saturn Pisces conjunction in not over 30 years, because the last time Neptune is here was in over 150 years. So this is the first one in over 200 years. This is going to initiate a 2-year alignment to fully tear the veil and connect you with your higher self. So everything you imagine starts to happen. This is why we need to set the integrity through Capricorn, so you don't start getting stressful and manifesting your nightmares. All right. So congratulations, first of all, but I do want to open you up to the amazing principle of this collective God level part of yourself. Imagine, first of all, you do this. So everything that I'm about to speak on that you do every moment. There's no way to like figure out how to do. You're never not doing this. What happened through outright deception, and also beings who exist in between these realms, have served to nerf you. They have served to nerf some of you, or nerf you, to put out media and to put out content, whether through distractive religion or fake science, or even people who seem to mean well, but they're just purporting philosophy, to give you the notion that there's nothing beyond you. You are just your physical self. Okay. It's almost as if your higher self is connecting with you, but of course, you as the player, you're not even aware you're being connected to a force beyond you. That is you. That is you. Okay. Religion has tried to monopolize this and say, this is God. You have to give your power to this. Even though this is even though this is an analogy for your I am presence and self. Okay. Thank you, because you're waking up. You've always known this. You've never not known this, but like, this is the matrix. So there are legitimate agents who match your frequency, and at paces before your brain can process, counter this through guilt and shame to give you the impression that you are delusional as fuck for even believing this, when it's the truth. This is a design flaw in the matrix. You can call it an archon. You can call it something that, maybe was programmed in by some evil ass motherfucker who was just salty that maybe we didn't want to do their plan up in heaven. And so they had to get a third of angels and then, war with the rest of us angels. And now they salty as fuck and fallen. And we see them in the final battle about to have, I'm sorry, just past life memories. So like, basically, you feel me? This is you now taking everything. In fact, if this was some kind of adventure where you are fragmented in so many pieces, this is the part of your adventure where throughout all of your life, you have finally collected every fragment. What happens now when you connect every fragment and put it together? There you go. You found every lost piece of yourself. Okay. NLP having sinister background to it, which is not a bad question, is like asking if my phone has a sinister background to it. That is a horrible analogy. It's like asking if my tarot cards have a sinister background, or a, screwdriver. NLP can be used very sinisterly. It does through subliminal messaging all the time. But NLP can also be used to cure people of fears and to help people overcome like very deep mental issues. So it really depends on the intention. And that's the most important thing. To activate the sun, to activate your spirit, you need to activate your intention. It's not even about how or what you say. For those of you who are wondering, how do I do this? How do I do that? You are how. You just need to intend it and work with your intention. Some of you have never really done agriculture, so you don't really have patience. And I'm saying this as someone impatient. Like, you don't know your intention is like a seed, and your faith is like a seed that can move mountains. Meaning, just because it doesn't happen instantly, you, with this intention, grow it like a seed and you water it and you allow it to come to pass. And this is what grows it. And this is why, as you are actually growing it, you attract opposing frequencies that are terrified and try to like destroy that seed. But of course, you defend and fight and make it. So let me give you an example of what you're probably already going through. And by the time we come into the end of Capricorn season, you will most definitely be going through, I promise you. Imagine if, and see, many of you go through this already, and many of you have 5 stories of what I'm about to tell you. Many of you have at least like 60,000 stories of what I'm about to tell you. All right. Imagine if you got the message right now to get out your house. You heard it clear as day. You need to leave the house now. And you're super calm. And you just leave. And you walk past some people on your way out. And you out of there. Okay. And later you find out that the people who you passed, right? They shot up that entire building. And if you didn't walk out, you would have died. So do I have to? Okay. I have to give you guys a disclaimer. Because the information I'm revealing to you is technically, I'm not supposed to. This might attract certain agents to you. I know some of you don't care and you're used to this. So I just have to let you know, if you listen further, and don't worry, we'll provide like clapbacks and stuff for you to go through. But based on what I'm about to reveal, like, if you personally don't like visitations, if you don't necessarily like, dealing with entities that personally like will be mad because you are holding the truth in your soul, entities that want to silence you through people who will kind of antagonize you, you might have to click off. You probably can come back in a few minutes, because what I'm about to reveal is very sensitive. And once certain energy ruminates in your subconscious mind, these beings can scan your mind readers can scan your mind, try and bring it out through conversation. Some of you know what this is about. So out of courtesy, I just want to let you know, cool. And they are everywhere anyway, right? All right. So I just wanted to share that. First of all, it's nothing you need to be worried about. These beings are afraid of you. These beings are terrified of you. They're terrified of you awakening your potential. It's just out of a courtesy to you. I didn't want to just bring you into some stuff. But basically, I'm going to be talking about some Plutonian affairs, hidden secret affairs. So like, because I'm revealing their plan, they are going to be mad. So I just want to let you know, just put on the armor of God. If you're here, put on the armor of God, because once I start, okay, cool. So basically, oh God, I can already feel it too. Damn, is it just me? Do you feel that shit? They're like, peace dealer, if you say that shit, we're fucking you up. Bitch, you gonna have to kill me. Oh God, I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, shout out. Okay, so this is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is for real, guys. This is for real. And everything that I'm about to tell you, I am not your guru telling you. I'm not like, I know this information and I'm teaching you. Many of you watching this have experienced this more than me. In fact, I may learn some stuff from you. So I'm just the messenger NPC that you might have summoned to hear this confirmation would be clear. Because this next frontier of what we're stepping into is going to be like maybe the greatest video game you've ever played, that the world is your console, but it's not a game, but it plays like a game. So if this resonates with you deeply, what I'm about to say, comment a 1. All right. But if you comment a 1, it comes with a disclaimer. All right. Here's the thing. That voice that told you to go outside and saved you from the shooting, right? That was your true self. That was your higher self. And it's like you awaken to the fact that, oh my God, there's a version of me that sees and controls me out of this. So it's like, oh shit, yo, get out the building, dude. So it's like you can trust a version of yourself that can give you any kind of insight you want. Hey, I think I like this person. What do you think about this person? Nah, this person's gonna lie to you in 2 weeks. I mean, you could do whatever. That's just an example. That's just an example. Like, they look cool now, but like, this is you. It's like Chat GPT, but God, but your God self. This is your power. This is your power. Do you know how many people have been killed throughout human history, throughout the French Inquisition, throughout so many trials just to get this information out to you? That's why I'm saying, like, if you commented 1, your acknowledgement of this will make you a target. So if you're okay with that, it's cool. You get to use Spirit GPT to defend yourself. All right. Now, here's the thing. For those of you guys who commented 1, I want you to look at something. You see how the moon is in Virgo? This is where we're going to start this transit talk off. Okay. Some of you are already in the thick of this. So basically, January 3rd. Okay. Let me make sure we're clear here. Tomorrow, not January 3rd, tomorrow, when the moon is in Libra and we hit this eclipse, have you guys seen The Matrix? I have chills, guys. Have you guys seen The Matrix? Let me tell you what's going to happen. This is the completion of the Cap cycle. On the road to the new moon in Cap for the final boss battle, this is what's going to happen. Your higher self, you are going to be Neo, and your higher self is going to be Morpheus. All right, I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be scared. There are 3 agents outside. They're coming to kill you. I need you to be very calm. Stand up right now and leave your room. I want you to take 5 steps forward and then run at the end of the hall like a madman. And it's going to be hype. If you don't have faith in yourself, you will die. For those, I know it's funny, Reflection, but like, it's going to be real. And like, for those of you who have already had experiences like this, it's like that, but sustained and continued. And I don't want to patronize you. I don't want to say it like personally, this is the first time you have ever experienced this. You feel me? Like many of you, you've lived this. You're like, Peace Dealer, been there. Thank you. Some of you are like, I've been there. Good. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be really wild. I promise you this is going to happen tomorrow and next tomorrow. Will it be personally like that on that level? Hopefully not, but I'm giving you a concept. And the reason why this is important is this is going to maintain this inner guidance and dialogue that's going to open up this spirit GPT. Okay. And this is what's going to guide you to the final boss battle, that by Aquarius and Pisces season, you are completing the final stage of this connection. And then once we step into Aries season and activate this war destiny cycle, it's on and popping. You are stepping into your power. So this is the final awakening of this power. And in Aries season, you activate the forward movement of this power during this end of the world cycle. You are officially in Noah's Ark. You have built Noah's Ark. This is the belief in this facet of yourself that is open up to come through. The best part is you don't need to know how to tap into it. You don't need to know how to activate it. You don't need to. It's you. You're it. You're one with it. I am one with the Father. It's you, my G. It is you. We are not separate. You feel me? So like this is where it is going to actualize your intuition as a phone app. Imagine if you can physically materialize and awaken your intuition as if it was reliable as a phone app. And you have, through your own behavioral development through several years, open that pipeline. This is where not everyone has opened that pipeline. Certain people spiral down through negative habits and, of course, lying to themselves. And that's going to lead them down a spiral that will awaken them in their own way. Maybe that's the way they need to awaken. But I just want you to clap for yourself, because I'm not joking. Once the moon goes into Libra, of course, the way with which this happens is going to be unique to you. But by the time you step into there, you're going to be taking this movement. And the moon in Libra is South Node agents who are coming for you. They're coming for you. Capricorn moon, you know what I'm talking about. Aquarius moon, you know what I'm talking about. Pisces moon, you know what I'm talking about. So like Scorpio, you know what I'm talking about. Scorpio, Scorpio and Aquarius. That's why I don't know. Did you guys know that every Aquarius is a Fed? I didn't know that. I first thought, because they look like they rebel against the Feds. Nope. Every Aquarius is not only royalty, they're galactic Feds. So I'm just letting you know. I didn't know y'all were Feds. And then Scorpio, you're a gang member. You're a gangster. I'm not gonna call you a gangster. You're a mob boss. That's weird. Like every Scorpio has some underworld mob that they didn't tell you about. And I thought that was a stereotype. I was like, nah, this is just a stereotype. No, it's not. No, fam, unscripted codes. I didn't know every Libra is an agent. I didn't know this. Like every Libra is like a 007 agent. Like it, like trust me. Like drop a wine glass in front of them, they gonna catch this shit. Like, oh shit. Yeah. They like a fucking agent. They work for some kind of organization. That's Will Smith. That's Tessa Thompson. They all agents, bro. And I was like, are you an agent? No, you're not. Yes. Libras are agents and Aquariuses are the Feds. I'm snitching. How do you snitch on a Fed? That doesn't even work like Look at Christian. Didn't even know I was a Fed. How did you not know? But Aquarius is I know. You see how they be lying? I didn't know that. Why do Aquariuses be quick to be like, I didn't know that? You know everything. How do you not know that? Stop. You see? You see? You see? I'm sorry. I got carried away. So, yeah. You know, Libra would just discover some shit on accident. How do you accidentally discover some shit? That's how I knew. That's how I knew I was onto you. Like, how? What? How you just create this at the right time, at the right place, all balanced, all seemingly perfect? Like, how did you get all of the perfect circumstances to just align at that moment, at that time, graceful as a motherfucker? Like, what? And then Libra will give you this look like, I wonder how that happened. Like, that's crazy. Like, what? How'd that happen? Like, Leonardo look at Libra like, really? Like, how did that really? I wonder how that happened. I wonder, Libra, how did that happen? Like, oh, I used to fall for that shit. I used to fall for that shit so much. I used to be like, damn, Libra. Wow. Wow. And then I turned 30. I was like, really? Really? Y'all, so y'all just finessers. Y'all just fucking finessers. Oh my God. Y'all just fucking master finessers. Oh. And then I saw the movie Focus with Will Smith. I was like, oh, my childhood dreams. Oh, God damn it. Oh, you're designed to love Leo or Libra. They don't give you a choice. Those are the two main characters. It's like you literally can't not love them unless you're Aquarius or Aries, but not everyone has the luxury. They're literally loving relationships. It's the main character and the supporting role. Like you can't not. Shout out to Yaya. I'm going to actually pull this Nero Tarot deck. My youngest sister bought this for me. Shout out to Chelsea. Da-da-da. I'm very afraid, guys. I think Aquarius wants to take over the world. And I think Pisces secretly wants to end the world. They're playing cool with this now, but I feel like Pisces can't just stop having dreams of just flooding everything. See, Pisces' whole rationale is, we need to return back to source. You feel me? So like they feel like this life is an illusion. And they're not wrong, but it's like, Pisces, how am I going to eat cheese pizza? I'm Slifer in the Matrix movie. How am I going to eat some cheese pizza, my G? Like you can't just destroy this bitch. I understand where you're coming from, but like, come on. No, Virgo doesn't want to end the world. Virgo wants to end the humans on this world. Virgo just wants to end all the dumb people. Virgo don't want to end the world. Just like Virgo wants to save the world. Wink, wink. Sagittarius wants to save the world. Wink, wink, wink. You feel me? But like, it's cool. Pisces, please don't flood this bitch. I really, the water levels are really rising. I'm like, Pisces, come on, please, 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 please. Because they have the best pizza specials right now. Don't fuck this bitch up now. Don't screw this shit up now. Why did you wait till now to do it? We just started to get shit good. Pisces like, I don't care. So it's just like, Sag wants to inspire you. So, yeah, I just wanted to really make sure we're clear about that, because the whole notion of your higher self or your true self being able to direct you physically like you're a video game character is you putting on this clothes or understanding of, you feel me, this direct connection. What about Taurus? Oh my goodness, Taurus has Uranus and Jupiter right now. Taurus is the mad scientist that y'all slept on, and weren't really listening to because they weren't doing stuff fast enough for you. So they cooked under your nose this whole time and they're about to just shit on everything. Taurus is about to take over for a good year and a half. It's just Taurus purposefully takes their time. So they made y'all sleep on them. Like Taurus is on some innovative mad genius shit. And it's not going to make sense until it goes into Gemini. I'm going to just be honest with you. It's not going to make sense until it goes into Gemini. Make a wish. Make a wish. Financial science, too. Make a wish, guys. All right. So basically, January 4th is going to prepare you for the new moon. As you can see, Mars, Mercury, and Venus are getting ready to enter Capricorn. And we want to see that this swing towards the end of the zodiac is pushing this perspective, this ascended perspective from Sagittarius with your Mars desire, with your brain processing and your heart. It's bringing all of these factors together to get ready to organize in Capricorn. This is, remember, all of these cycles start in Aries. So relative to this year, now that Saturn is bringing in the end to this world, I want you to really recognize that this is the final awakening of your highest capability and potential. This is collective. You are experiencing it individually. So this is why I'm saying by the time we step into tomorrow, I want you to notice once again, these are nodal agents. We have the quincunx with Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter. So trust me, you are going to understand that you have been being watched, not just by beings physically, but also metaphysical beings. So when, of course, your higher self is like, hey, I need you to go to the park. Some of your higher selves spell it out for you, right? They're like, this is happening. Don't ask questions. Do this. Some of your higher selves, they're more indirect. Hey, I need you to go to the park. Just trust me. Please, just go to the park right now. You're going to personalize your ability to have faith in these impulses and directions. I want to make very clear, we are talking about the link, the express link between you here and you beyond. This is not someone different. It's you. You are awakening this for the final time. And by the time we step into 0 degrees Aquarius, it's like, oh, what's up, dude? Or, of course, what's up, dude? I'm just doing this as an example. Is it really up there? That's just the image. By the time we get to 0 degrees, January 20th, you awaken this connection like, oh, shit, I can see you. And your higher self's going to be like, I've seen you forever. Like, you're just barely waking up. You finally waking up. Some of your higher selves have been smacking the shit out of you. Like my higher self just smacked the shit out of me with a synchronicity. Now, here's the thing. Here is now another dynamic conundrum, okay? You are a twin flame. I'm not talking about a romantic soulmate. I'm talking about relative to your awareness of who you are, whether you represent the masculine as a man or the feminine as a woman. Feminine not meaning girly, masculine not meaning manly. I have to be very clear here. Everyone has masculine and feminine, right? But like your soul has a reflection of consciousness, right? Given that you are not just a physical being, the archetype you represent as a twin flame has its mirror through a collective of men, women, children, places, concepts, music who reflect this to you. The twin flame delusion was looking at one of these reflections, which represent like a cell to the infinite body of your cosmic consciousness, and attaching to it like, you're my twin flame, when they are just a mirror. Your twin is always with you, are the twin connection. The mirroring you have with certain people, whether it's supposed to last forever or not, is taking place just for you to remember who you are, not to attach to these relationships, because you don't have to attach to anything. If you wash on this fake romance delusion to it, you're going to miss the picture, because this is a love for yourself that's eternal. So like, you don't have to look for it, and you chasing it is what's pushing it away from you, because you are literally establishing that you don't have it. So let me elaborate on this mirroring concept. I have met several people who mirror this twin flame concept through me, but I don't attach to them and be like, oh, you're my twin flame. I can acknowledge we have a twin flame connection in many different contexts, but the thing is, right? I have the concept, they have the concept, it mirrors. We are physical vessels that play this out. So I'm still my distinct person, they're still their distinct person. But for example, the way I know that this is real and it's not just in my head is because you will practically mirror it. For example, the day that I was at Miko's funeral, this being who was revealed to me, and that's the thing, these things are revealed to you by the collective spirit. These things that were revealed to me by this spirit, right? The day that I was in the funeral, that person who I saw was at the same time at a baby shower. And that's not the only way that these things were mirrored. But I was at a funeral when, I'm not going to say my twin flame, because we are that twin flame counterpartship. And it's not even about her and I, it's about what we represent, because this helps you get out of your ego. And you see, this is why you can see multiple different people who mirror this, because we're beyond the physical. Yaya, it's wild. That's what humbled me. So she is, of course, representing life at a baby shower for a baby girl, and I'm at a funeral halfway across the country in another world for a woman, an angel, a goddess who left. Mirroring, objective. That doesn't mean that I can now attach to that and be like, oh, how come she's not in my life? It's not about that. It's about the journey. Because you cannot run away, or you cannot lose something that's supposed to last forever. And many of you are realizing that this energy exists within you. It's nothing you have to chase. It's something you can summon at any moment. I've met two people who were born on the exact same birthday, who mirror me in the exact same way, who we have past life connections, right? And I want to kind of like highlight to where, it's not about me. I can't be like, these are all my past life counterparts. It's not about my possession. It's about the role we both play. This is the reflection that exists throughout everything. Okay. So I just wanted to keep that in mind, because it could be attaching and detaching was a part of the journey. And now you're getting ready. The reason why I have to say this is because it's not just the concept. The mirror reflection of your soul exists. And as you awaken more to who you are, this mirror reflection shows itself. And when I say mirror reflection, the counterpart to your soul and spirit, which now that you understand the archetype of who you represent and who you are, now you know who they are. You stop seeing them and you stop looking at them in one person, and you started to see everything that reflects that. You're starting to realize, oh, my partner is beyond their god, their goddess. They exist through so many expressions because you exist through so many expressions. They see you everywhere. They see you everywhere too. Your higher self is romancing them. All right. Not even through being romantic, just by being yourself. So the reason why I have to talk about, and a lot of this is death and life, to be honest. Some of you represent, or both. I don't want to say it has to be you, but I'm gonna be honest. A lot of you fire signs, you're the yang. You represent life. A lot of you, you know what I'm saying? Like darker, you know what I mean? It is. If someone has opposite sun and moon, do you think this is one of the signatures? So Son Goku, like I used to think it was that at first. The opposite sun and moon is a classic signature. In fact, shout out to Jessica. We actually share opposite sun and moon. And I'm not going to lie. Every opposite sun and moon I've met, I do have that kind of relationship with. But that's just one of the signatures. Son Goku, you're right. It's one of the signatures. And that's what made me realize the infinite capability, but also the detachment to realize that now, like a game, or now like a something open there, it's something that two conscientious beings can be aware of and connect through. But the thing here, right, is that these things reveal itself to you. There's what we try and figure out with our mind, and then there's what's revealed to you. What's revealed to you, you don't have to manipulate, you don't have to control. It's destined, it's fate. You're getting prepared to step more into. So I don't want to talk about twin flames, but the reason why I have to talk about the twin flame concept is in order to awaken this facet of your being, it has to have you integrate the totality of this concept. And so at this period, now that Venus is in the visual ascension of Sag, the connection squaring to Pisces is what's going to enable you to see the final meaning of this concept. For example, let's be honest, relative to 2017, you understand your twin flame concept more than ever before, to the point where for many of you, you're not stressed over it. You understand the signs and the synchronicities. You're understanding that even if you're not physically with them, that's a fallacy, because you are always with, and I'm not going to say them as a physical person, but you are always present with this being. You are this being. All right. The more painful this journey is for you, the more you believe in the separation of the illusion of separation. All right. If this journey is painful for you, you forget that everything is connected. So you are never set. Quantum entanglement. You are never separate. Your twin flame can be your goals. Your twin flame could literally be the best song you've ever created in your whole life. The twin flame delusion was personally, you know what I'm saying, you fixating on one being to give you happiness when you were just giving all of your power away to one person who reflected it. And let me be clear here, because some of you are so disillusioned. Do you feel like, oh, those signs I saw were not signs? Yes, those signs were legit, but you took all of those signs and you gave it to that one person when they were for you. That person may have just been the perfect model to show you what it's for. What's yours is forever. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to run for it. I thought I had to. Everything that was mine came to me. This has been a recurring theme in my life. Oh, I have to take action and do it. And I do it and it falls through, only for something better than I thought I wanted to literally come to me. Like, oh, I just have to be myself. I just have to live in my purpose. You can never miss what's for you. So you have to understand, you don't go around just thinking this. There is negative psychic interference that at minute levels through programming and nuances can cause you to give your power away. Well, what happens? I'm a projector. What happens if now they can't have you or force you to do this anymore? This is where, okay, Neo is about to meet Trinity. So in less than 24 hours, you're going now, and we just had the full moon. So what is it that is making you connect with your higher self? Full moon in Cancer harvested the connection. Full moon in Leo charged the energy. Shout out to Paula. And then the Virgo is what right now is having you master and come into this real evidence. So once it goes into the quarter square in Libra, the connection is established and we're getting ready to activate the new moon Capricorn, which once again is not only going to be your higher self talking to you like, all right, my G, I need you to go to the mountains because these people are going to come, blah, blah, blah. And everything that your higher self is telling you, there's evidence for. So we have delusion, which is like, oh, these people are psychically attacking me. These people are stalking me. But in real life, those people don't even know you exist. There's no physical counterpart to actually corroborate what it is you are talking about. As above, so below. If it's not happening so below, it's delusion, right? And then we have actual psychic ability. Oh, crap. I can feel that 3 people are thinking about hitting me up in 3 minutes. And in exactly 3 minutes, 3 people hit you up. It's exact. All right. Be very careful about people who give you psychic readings that are not specific, that are not legit. Yeah, some of them might be vague and some of them may take time to come to pass, but just be very mindful. Okay. Yeah, we almost at 50. We almost at 50. The road to 100 has been peculiar. I've been shadow banned. My channel's been striked. So, I feel like even just making it to 50 is a blessing. And that just taught me not to use it, take this a different way. I don't want to make excuses, but yeah. I definitely want you to really, really, really understand that the trust that you move forward with, because the balsamic phase is all about faith. So the moon in Libra going to the new moon is this balsamic phase where you first dodge the agents through the moon in Libra, and then the moon in Scorpio is what's going to, of course, bring you through the team of people who you're going to go on this matrix adventure with. And then, of course, the moon in Sag is where things spiral out of control, and you need to have all the faith in the world in your higher self because you're going to see everything. So by the time we're in that moon in Sag, this is that kind of thing where like you're literally having to use Spirit GPT to evade stuff real time. Like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, make a left. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to progressively require more faith. And then boom, we finally reach the new moon in Capricorn and kick off the final boss battle. Okay. So a week from now, it's still just the road to the final boss battle. The full moon was, of course, the start of the harvest of the conflict. The quarter square is a mini boss, the mini boss where it's like Morpheus is calling Neo, the very beginning of the movie. And like he literally had to trust everything Morpheus was telling him. Morpheus told him to go out of the building, but he knew Morpheus was telling him the truth because he saw people looking for him like, what the fuck? Oh shit, they're coming for me. Yes, they're coming for you. You are going to have a they're coming for you moment in less than 48 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, what if your immediate surroundings and environment is a Truman Show quality where hundreds of thousands of people around you are paid at a salary range to act the roles they're acting, all to give you the illusion that anything you're going through is real because you're being experimented on and you're being watched. And this experiment is happening through billionaires who have the money to do this and have been able to brainwash millions to actually accept these roles. Do you now understand why you are a huge threat? You don't even hide. You just be out here telling people things that make them think, and now they have to do something to you about it. You are going to have their coming for you moment in less than 48 hours. That's why I'm saying, listen, if you commented a one, and I have to give you a disclaimer for releasing this to you because now, they're watching this right now. Dude, I was talking about Nostradamus on my phone, and then Google gave me, I was just talking about Nostradamus and my phone was here. And then I go on Google and then they show me an ad for Nostradamus. And then I had to yell at my fucking phone for 20 minutes because I didn't fucking ask you to send me an algorithm based on a conversation that I had by my fucking self. Do you see? My phone thinks it's fucking slick. So if my phone can send me an advertisement based on it listening to a conversation that I had by myself with an algorithm, do you not know that you are being watched and spied on? I was so fucking mad. I was like, the fucking audacity, bitch. Did I ask you? Did I type it in Google, bitch? Did you see me type it in Google, bitch? No. Who asked you to show? I was so mad. I was so mad. Technology just want to be smarter than me now and shit. I did not ask you. And I know you're listening, you FBI agent. I know they're I know you was surveilling. You're not slick. Ugh. Ugh. Remote viewers and mind readers. I can't. Okay. So the whole practical function of you integrating supernatural psychic powers is going to happen at an increased frequency that all you need throughout this next week is faith. If you can have faith that Neo had in Morpheus, someone who he had never met, but was guiding him through, you will make it through. And once you make it to the new moon in Capricorn, this is where you meet Morpheus. And this is where Morpheus gives you the red pill or the blue pill. But you know us, we're going to take the purple pill because we're different. So, one thing I want to make clear is through Venus, right? By the time we come here, this new moon is going to feature Mars in its exaltation and Pluto. So this new moon with Mars in Capricorn is going to be the master plan for success. This is going to activate. So this is the fourth new moon of the cycle. The first was new moon Aries. This was the initial activation of the application. This was back in March. This was where Jupiter was at. So we're going to complete this evolution. Remember in March of 2023, we activated the application. And what happens? You put your name. Hey, welcome to this new app. What's your name? You put your name. You customized your character, right? That was Aries. Taurus, you now bought quality, you bought products, you bought items. After you chose your RPG class, some of you chose the warrior class, some of you chose the mage class. Then Taurus season came, you had to buy the items specific to the class because you can't buy items that belong to a warrior for a mage. The mage can't equip those items. So Taurus season is where you bought those items. And then Gemini season is where you taught the moves to, of course, each character. That was the first activation. Then we had new moon in Cancer. This was the second activation of power. New moon in Cancer opened up integration throughout the summer. And this is what took us socially. Cancer is where you started to understand your character. You started to understand where your character is from. Now that you understand its class, this helped you understand its progression, its potential and range for progression, and of course, leveling up. And Leo season is now where you took it outside so that you can now begin to bust missions, build a team, but more importantly, express the talents of your class in Aries. Virgo is now where through practice, you grinded and leveled up and you mastered, of course, the techniques of what moves you taught in Gemini. Then we had the third activation of power, new moon in Libra. Now that you've practiced this character you built in the application in Aries, you can present it in Libra. You've done the practicing. Now you're on RPG teams. You know all your moves. And now you're in the playoffs. Remember the breakthrough season. This is where now through Scorpio, you've transformed this character to now a new class, another level. And Sagittarius, you ascended it, of course, to the next level. You now took the mastery of your abilities and were able to interpret the adventure you want to take this character on. Okay. And that brings us to Capricorn, the fourth stage of power activation. Please go ahead. You can make clips. That is totally fine. The fourth stage of this power activation, new moon in Capricorn, is this collective activation. This is what's going to take everything you've activated and it's going to complete it. Because now in March, we're going to do it all over again. And when we do it all over again, this 2024, it's now a part of the end of the world MMORPG update. For those of you who got, of course, the firmware update, we got the, what do they call those things? DLCs. The 2024 DLC is the Apocalypse End of the World campaign. Zombies, vampires, and I swear to God, aliens. Can you believe that? They didn't even pick two. They gave all three of them. So like, I know everything about this is controversial, and it's going to kind of flip your head on a lot of, science myths that, we were told, like the existence of gravity. And I believe in gravity, but like gravity, it turns out, is not at all what we were taught. It turns out so many physical mechanics that we experience are flawed because our perception of events is not really to be trusted. Everything that we think is really happening isn't really happening, turns out. And like, I wish I can explain it in a way that doesn't sound retarded, but like, basically, this is going to render every single scientific model we've ever learned obsolete. And that's what this final awakening will teach you. Because if you're able to instantly manifest anything to you just like that, because some of your higher selves, like, this is what you're going to awaken with your higher self. By the time we come into the new moon in Capricorn, this awakening in power, now you finally met Morpheus. So I've already talked to you about how your higher self can direct you through places. It's always done this. All right. Some of you, you've been able to save your life because of this, right? But did you know you can do anything with this extra part of yourself? Hey, you can get any kind of wisdom. Hey, I'm thinking of, oh, you're thinking of doing this. How did you know? I'm literally you. You feel me? Like, you could literally ask it anything. You will get the answer of you as like your older self. Oh yeah, I remember when I wanted that. I remember why I wanted that. I mean, yeah, you could do it. This is like, you're gonna get a real answer. And it's like, you've always been getting this answer, but you may have internalized it as just your own thoughts, because that's what they are. But what if now you awakened a extra dimensional meaning of this to where you're seeing it as it truly is? And even this whole mode of talking to it like this is just an example. It doesn't have to exactly be like that, but the reason why this is going to be very, very extreme is the intensity with which this just, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, so imagine if you connect with this true soul self part of you that's connected to you right now. And at the end, we're going to do an exercise together, now that we've lit this candle, to summon your soul true self. And after we end this broadcast, you're going to get an immediate sign and ping and go off on this adventure. That's why I'm saying I have to do this disclaimer, because once you connect to your higher self like this, they're going to send agents after you. They're going to be like, oh, they're using it, and they're going to use that as justification to do what? But you're not a coward. You're not a coward. You're already doing this. I know I don't want to really be spookism and be conspiracy theory, but trust me, my source is, trust me, bro. That's really all I got for you. Okay, so like, here's the thing. Imagine if right now you could literally be like, hey, the Christians call it prayer. Spiritual people call it setting intentions. Infinity Gang, we call it hitting up the OG. All right. If your name is Sally, your higher self is OG Sally. Okay, just put an OG in front of your name, and that's how you could talk to your higher self. Hey, OG, can you hook me up with like 5? Can you give me like 5 tickets to a baseball game? I can hook you up with 6, but I'm only inviting 5 people. Yeah, but you're going to meet someone tomorrow who you're going to want to invite. So I'm just going to give you 6. What? Like, listen, you can get anything. There's no limits. You might think, but there's no more tickets for the game. Oh, don't worry. 6 people aren't going to go. So I'm going to actually hook you up with their tickets. I promise you. And you might think, how do I make this happen? You have an OG. You have an OG. This is why they don't want to know. This is why they don't want you to know about the OG. Do you know why I'm so passionate about this? They've been lying to us about this. The reason why I live here in Vegas is because my OG hooked me up. E squared and E cubed by Pam Grout changed my life forever. In fact, I want to share manifestation videos. So I'm going to share 3 law of assumption videos for those of you who want practice for how to tap into your OG. I'm going to share it in the description box below. All right, I'm going to keep on sharing these videos. They're very practical and they're very helpful. All right, you can refresh your page. But like E Squared 2017 from Pam Grout, she was like, yo, just hit your OG up. Give your OG 42 hours or 24 hours or 48 hours. I was like, okay, I've never made this amount of money at once before. Less than 24 hours. It just happened. So you have to understand there is a conscientious effort, maybe from extraterrestrial beings that don't want you to hit up your OG because they want you instead to hit them up. They want you to pay them money so that you give your power to them. They want to be your OG. You don't need them to be your OG. You have your own OG. Some religions were like, no, you have to pray to our OG. You don't even have you have to pray to our OG, right? Even though in their book, the person who they're reading about was telling people they didn't have a book. They were telling people, hey, you know, once I leave, you're going to be able to connect to the OG and do even greater stuff than me. These are facts. So like, I'm just saying, others came through with these fake establishments to be like, we don't even believe in an OG. There's no such thing as an OG. You're just you. So get based in reality. And they did their whole thing like idiots, acting like they're smart, spending millions of dollars in research that's inconclusive and has not really achieved anything, really. I promise you, it's an illusion because you have a whole OG. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of medical advancements pale in comparison to your connection with your OG that can heal you of anything. You just need to say the word. And so if you feel lost in your life, you're not talking to your OG enough. Some of you talk to your OG by doing what you love, by expressing your spirit and soul. That is you connecting as above, that comes down below. Those are bars. Let's go. All right. Some of you talk directly to your OG. You're very meta. You're a narrator. You break the matrix. You break the fourth wall. You fucking weirdos, by the way. I'm a weirdo too. But like, yes, others of you, your main characters. You connect with your higher self through other people. But the thing here is, once again, you can literally be like, I want 6 tickets. And then your OG is like, all right, cool. I'll hit you up in like 24 minutes. And then 24 minutes come through and your OG's like, hey, you know that bar right across the street? Go there. And then you don't even doubt your OG. You're like, oh, okay, cool. You see how cool this is? This is how cool you are. This is how cool you are. You can see and interpret synchronicities to know what they mean. Oh, okay, you want me to go to the bar. Boom, I go to the bar. All right, and you're just chilling. You're not waiting for your OG to tell you something. Your OG said go to the bar. Go to the bar. You get a drink. You're just chilling. Hey, what's your name? Oh, I'm Mike. What are you doing in town? Oh, I'm just chilling. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, not for nothing, man. I know this is going to be really weird, but like, I have 6 tickets to this concert, and I wasn't really going to use it. Do you want it? Oh shit, yes, I do. Boom! You got 6 tickets just because you talk. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, some of you talk to your OG and you don't get an answer and you're like, oh, what's happening? It's not that you don't get an answer. It's that you're not listening. You don't believe your OG is going to respond. Your OG always responds. We're going to do an exercise today just so we can prove this. Your OG always responds. And I don't want to necessarily patronize you. I think every single one of you watching, like Katie, y'all been moving like that. That was the whole 2020 awakening. 2020 was awakening at a greater core level, this connection with it. And now we're at the final part of that awakening that started 2020, or really just kind of went deeper 2020. Yes, surrendering. Okay, Allison, what's considered your OG is your higher self. All right. Basically, there's you, the avatar that is being played and expressed in this reality. And then there's OG Allison. OG Allison is the version of you who you can talk to about anything. It is the God you. You can ask anything. You can be anything through. Hey, OG Allison. I want to talk to this dude right here, or I want to get this, I want this person to call me back, or I want to get a job with this person. And then OG Allison is like, oh, no problem. Give me 30 minutes. And you do your own thing. And in 30 minutes, oh, snap. They call you. There's nothing you have to do but say the order, say the word. You will be inspired with action. That's the cool thing about you and your OG. It is actually a team. It is 100% a team. It's literally the internet connection. It's the God broadband connector through Neptune. That's why Neptune in your chart is the broadband connector to the astral realm space that your higher self can connect to you true. And then Uranus and Mercury are the frequency tower bands that go to your brain processor. This is where there's psychic interference. So now psychic attack interference is extraneous attacks to disrupt your connection with your higher self through shame, which blocks the intention of your sun, and doubt, which now blocks the moon sign connection. If through guilt and shame, I can block your connection and make you insecure of yourself, I don't have to deal with your OG self, then I can target you. And many people, of course, may exploit or be used as puppets to do this, but not you. You're cool with your OG self. So people are very shook of you because now external stuff is happening and people are scared. No. But you're not scared. You're chill like, oh, what's up, OG? What's up, OG? You see this bullshit? Yeah. Didn't I tell you what happened? Yeah. What's up? All right. I want you to go over it. This is it. You don't have to know what to do. The only thing, here's the thing. You have to promise yourself one thing. All right. This is the initiation. By the new moon in Capricorn, you have to promise yourself one thing. Everyone has a unique soul vibration and wavelength. So I want you to close your eyes right now. And I want you to tap into your true soul wavelength. There's nothing you have to do. All you have to do is just be still and feel it. What's going to happen is your unique feeling will come through. Okay. Some people's feelings are raging fire. It's in a fire sign. It's light. It's vibrational. You know what I'm saying? Some people, it's in an earth sign. It's grounded. It's a bit slower. Some people, it's in an air sign. It's electric. Some people, it's in a water sign. It's deep, it's extreme, it's cold. Everyone has a unique soul signature, right? And those are just examples with elements. Whatever that is, I want you to feel it. I want you to put your hand on your heart. We're going to make a vow. Once you make this binding vow, if you've watched Jujutsu Kaisen, or if you've seen, of course, Nen with conditions and restrictions, this will accelerate the awakening process because you are now between you and your true self, conferring more trust. And many of you have already done this. Say this in your own way and own version. All right. What we're saying is, I promise that no matter what happens to me, no matter what I experience, I will not forsake you, and I will not run away from you. No matter what happens, I will maintain this vibe. This initiation and journey is going to show you how external forces try to get a reaction from you. Namely, what you're doing is, no matter what happens, you stay centered in your soul vibration. If you do this, some of you have soul power, some of you have soul energy or soul royalty, moon and fixed signs, and some of you have soul magic, moon and Sag, Gemini. That's it. If you're going through a car accident, if someone has a gun in your face, instead of the natural human reaction and instinction is to have anxiety and look outside of you and run. Where are you running to? It's inside you. When that gun is in your face and you tap into your soul vibration, You are allowing your soul to work its magic. This requires a level of strength that many people don't have because they don't believe in themselves. Think about it. When you tap into your vibration and you're calm, it allows your power to flow through you. It's counterintuitive. And I'm using these extreme examples, but no matter what you do, right? Sit in your soul first. And you won't have to know. I've been in situations where my body moved by itself. Once I surrendered fully, and in that moment, I was like, well, that's it. There's nothing I can do. It's over for me. My body moved by itself and saved my life. And I'm conscious of this happening multiple times. This is your power. All you have to do is just sit. And so what's going to happen is once you really sit in that soul space, you're going to start to realize people try and get you out of that soul space. You're going to realize people who try and get you out of the soul space, or people who reinforce and align with that soul space. That's going to let you know who your soulmates are and who your enemies are, or who wants to be an antagonist to you. I'm not talking about people who challenge the soul space. Those are valuable allies too. I mean, people who really seek to try and get you out, like Delilah was trying to get Samson out of his power. Okay. So I want you to really internalize that. No matter what happens, your first reaction is to sit in your power, magic, or energy. I don't even care if a bus is headed towards you. Sitting in it and then moving and then doing anything you do. All right? Because if you fall for anxiety, like, it's a choice. I want to use the example of a gun in your face. If someone pulls a gun in your face, and you get excited, you're getting in your head. You are literally getting out of your power. That will get you killed. Fear will get you killed. Pluto exposes fear and it kills fear. If it sees fear, it will get you killed. It is the extreme intensity to look a gun in the face and look at the eyes and be like, what's up? Your soul wants you to have trust in it, even in death. This is where they try and shoot you and the gun jams. You didn't have to control anything. We are living proof. That's it. Even if something happens to you, trust the certain sequence of events that occurs that work out. Just surrender your ego and feel. You will be inspired with what to do. It will just happen. But that can't happen if you do not connect to your OG self. So stage 1 to connect to your OG self is to activate your moon sign. Just feel your soul. Feel you. Then, if you watch my soul resonance video, whatever your sun sign is, your life force, you just set an intention. That intention relative to the angle, of course, will activate your soul and spirit connection. So if you have a conjunction, if you were born on a new moon and you feel the fire in Aries, and then you set an intention, that sun in Aries activates the feeling, boom, soul power. And that new moon can like literally just activate anything and start anything and have things start around it. Everyone has their own unique power. There's so much more to go into that, but basically feel moon and then activate your intention. The difference between just intending stuff versus feeling your signature first and then setting the intention is everything. You do those 2 steps, that instantly taps you into your higher self, your OG self. So this 4th activation of power is the first of 3 completion cycles. Capricorn, the first completion, Aquarius, the second completion, and then Pisces, the third completion. From now until, of course, this new moon is going to drive us from moon in Libra to moon in Capricorn. And this is completing Capricorn season to establish the connection with your OG self once and for all. Once we've established this connection with the OG self, we activate the final awakening of it. And that is this new moon in Capricorn. Here we fucking go. Specifically with this conjunction to Pluto, which is going to powerfully challenge you to overcome every fear you have ever had, as reality is stranger than fiction. Mars, Pluto, Sun, this is gangster. This is very dark underworld elements. This is coercion. This is being told, if you don't denounce your faith, I will kill you. And you responding in your soul power and energy like, well, you're going to have to try then, because no one's going to make me do what I don't want to do. Your soul is asking you to trust it. Do what you truly feel like you have to do that is aligned to you. But don't let, you're moving forward into a period where people will attempt to force you to do what you know you shouldn't do. It's different if you're just misinformed and then you find out you're wrong and then you can at least, admit it and move on. There are certain things you're not meant to do that certain people may try and twist your arm for. That's what your OG self is for. And you're a threat, because if you let other people know they can connect with their OG self, then why are they oppressed? How are they going to oppress people anymore? So this is it. If you've ever seen Star Wars, this is your initiation and final awakening into the Force. All right. Aquarius season is going to help us harness Nen and chakra at an advanced level, but this Capricorn activation is what's going to fundamentally awaken the action process of your own unique power and ability. And the cool thing is, you've done this so many times before. So what you're activating is what you've already done 3 times before earlier in the year, but this is the complete form. This is the highest form of it, where you fully understand the control and utilization. Because look, we're not ever going to have this new moon quality ever again. And now the psychic attack that's being projected and levied at you is done to get a reaction from you, because these are inferior and insecure beings. So they need to feed off your reaction, because they cannot sustain their own confidence in themselves. They need, of course, to feel better than other people. This is why they reinforce this and snitch on themselves. So instead of feeding them your energy, starve them. Sit in your own energy as they feed you theirs. This is going to be the most extreme facet of the boss battle, featuring energy vampirism and guilt, shame, manipulation. But you got this. This is what's going to lead us into the moon in Aquarius that will manifest the knowledge of this power and force we've activated at this supernatural celestial level. Because of the unconventional mechanics of you manifesting supernatural power, the NPCs and the muggles and the agents of the Matrix will attempt to feign ignorance, like Truman Show actors feigned interest to Truman in that movie. This is to make you doubt the reestablished link between you and the power within. To master the feeling is to control it. Thank you, Poet Loud. And this is where you're going to be overcoming with the square to Uranus and Jupiter eccentricities that are set apart to be perceived as weird when they're not weird at all. They're genius. This is where, sir, you ever tell the truth and someone is looking at you like you said something weird? This level of dark psychological manipulation is going to be expressed extremely as a desperate last resort to stop you before it's too late. Because now at this point, you're going to be activating and awakening so powerfully. And that's where the moon going on Saturn, reestablishing the reality warping potential of now the third stage activation. If we activated the direction of power and then we strengthen the knowledge of where we're going, Pisces is giving us the experience and the effect of the power we've activated by, of course, fully downloading this in our imagination. Now that we've programmed the knowledge of this function, I want you to see how the moon on Neptune and the sun on Pluto is getting ready to bring you down the deepest rabbit hole you have ever gone down ever in your life. This is going to require trust beyond what you see as possible, because things that your physical eyes will show you will betray what your OG self is telling you. You know that person who you keep on having synchronicities about? Yeah, they're obsessed with you. They're using spells on you. Are you sure? Because they're saying that like they don't even like me. No, they're completely capping. And now the difference between someone who says that someone is performing psychic crimes and doesn't give you evidence is that your OG self will give you receipts. Receipts. I'm not talking about people who say, oh, this person's obsessed with me, they're doing this, and they're making it up. They're not. Receipts. Your OG self is not going to tell you something that you will not receive physical receipts for and can prove at any point. So just keep that in mind. This is where, coming into the moon in Pisces, the level of psychic development and the completion of the synchronization that has gotten you this far to this point is going to highlight everything that has been stored through your subconscious experiences and crystallize the meaning of all of that into one central reality. And that's going to lead into this incredible integration where, boom, you move forward with it. And once we step into the eclipse point in Aries, this is the climax of the final boss battle, where with the sun on Pluto, it's squaring the moon, and you have to maintain that authenticity in the face of an entire collective that wishes to demonize you. And that's just one example. It doesn't have to play out like that. But now, if the moon in Libra is where Morpheus was calling Neo, like, you need to get the fuck out of the office. Yeah, there's 3 agents on your ass right now. Yeah. No, stop. All right, I need you to take a left. By the by the time the moon is in Aries and the new moon, you meet Morpheus. Now, in the moon in Aries, you're going on a mission with the Matrix team. This is Neo's first mission. Now that he's gotten situated, he now knows his power. You see how we did that range? You see how moon in Libra, he didn't even choose the pill yet. Then the new moon in Capricorn, he chose red pill, blue pill. Now the integration is he has to fight the climax of that boss battle. All right. This is going to prepare the stage for Aries season. Because this is a third decan 90-degree integration angle, everything that you've activated as far as this is going to help you understand who you are relative to this awakening of power. And that, my friends, is going to lead us into one of the most revolutionary periods that, once again, a lot of the eccentric expression of your authenticity is going to expose the inauthenticity of those who it's triggering, the inferiority of those who you're triggering. And because they do not have the integrity to take accountability for that, they're going to take it out on you. They're going to project it on you. And this disillusionment process is their realization that nothing they do to stop or deter you has been working on you and is working on you. And as much as they intensify the conflicts, you are on fire, especially once the moon is in Aries. So by this point, your connection with your OG self is more than solid. And once it steps into Taurus, it is smooth solid. This is where we not only close out the transit during the last few days, but of course, we will see the beginning of Aquarius season, 29 degrees. And once we step into that celestial connect, this is where the telepathic connection between you and your OG self is clear as day. This is where you've pushed through with your faith to trust it. And now Aquarius season, crack, it's clear. It's clear. And Aquarius and Pisces are going to be the most supernatural seasons we have. By Aquarius season, you're performing supernatural abilities because you did it Capricorn season from the new moon. It's starting tomorrow. And this is where you're going to know what it is you're doing, because now you're directly intellectually connected. That's going to represent this 29. Like everything of this Capricorn season is going to be completely legendary. And it's still just the beginning. All right. First of all, you guys are just beyond amazing. The fact that we can connect here like this means that outside of this reality, like the perpetual lie is that you only live once. That's a satanic lie, so that you can give in to bullshit here based on this inverted falseness of reality. So you give your power away. You exist beyond this reality, right? That means your soul self, your higher self knows my higher self. Right now, somewhere we are connected, and we all imagine you're playing a video game and we all meet in a hub. That's what we're doing right now. So it's an honor to serve. Okay. Even doing stuff like this is a ritual, and this is going to really take you beyond everything that you're capable of and effectively prepare you like never before to step into a facet of yourself that may have never ever seen the light of day. The best way I can say this is, it's funny, Jujutsu Kaisen and all these animes and shows and programs are so timed and aligned with the transits, just to show how life imitates art and art imitates life, like how the living, breathing nature of what we goes up above, it expresses itself through our art. So in the Jujutsu Kaisen episode, Kenjaku, of course, used a stolen technique in order to activate, for one, vessels. Certain people ingested cursed objects, and it made them vessels to strengthen their body to be a vessel of past players. Some of you, you're vessels of gods, you're vessels of goddesses. Some of you, you're vessels of entities and energies. And the relationship between this inner god and goddess, which in theory we all have, but some of you represent a lot more powerfully, you're getting ready to own it. Others of you, you have cursed techniques. You actually have psychic abilities. You have superpowers, but the way your brain is wired, it's wired like a muggle's brain is wired, because you were born magic, but you, through the education system, had it beat through you. A system of indoctrination conditioned your brain to work like a muggle, but you were never born a muggle. So what this is doing is it's rewiring your brain like a sorcerer would, so that you can activate your technique at will. Okay. For others of you, it's both. And so this is where, of course, this capability for you to now peer into the endless nature of your potential puts you in a position to realistically not only take it for what it's worth, but prepare to step into the revolution. Because relative to this revolution, there are other people like you and me who are being deceived and don't know their power. They're children who are being conditioned, and they're going to count on you and I to lead by example and show them the way. Preach the gospel of truth and living in truth and spirit, and let them know that we are all one. We already won because we won. So this monthly peace report is, yeah, then hearts collide. That's why I don't like to use it. I don't like to call people muggles. I don't really believe that people can really be muggles. You know what I'm saying? I feel like muggle is very condescending. But you know what? After 2020 and 2021 and 2022 and 2023, that taught me, fuck muggles. Fuck muggles and fuck NPCs. Y'all can suck a dick. Fuck all y'all. I have no mercy for y'all. Y'all suck. It is what it is. Hell no. I was being too nice. No, fuck that. You motherfuckers with me. I don't care if you care. It is what it is. All right, my bad. So These videos, okay, are for Infinity Club. It's exclusive to Infinity Club. Okay. But I feel like this live is so important. I want to make this live public. I'm not going to, you don't have to join the membership to, of course, watch this live. I'm going to resume the Infinity Club membership for next month. So Aquarius season, for those of you who are Infinity Club members, you will access the replay to that, which is going to be even crazier. But I want to do you guys a solid. This is a beginning 2024 gift. You guys are able to catch the replay. I'm also going to include tarot here and a pick a card. And if you look at the description box below, there are 3 videos that please, I want you to check out. Okay, if you look, you will see it. You will see these manifestation videos. Just watch them and practice them. If you practice these all Capricorn season, you will be able to create whatever you want. All right. Some of you slip into anxiety and you forget. I've done this too. Please, these 3 manifestation videos right here. That's all you need. That's all you need. This manifestation video is Sammy Ingram. This no action needed video, another Sammy Ingram video, and this ultimate guide. That's all you need. This no action needed will let you know there's nothing you need to do. This is everything you need to know about it. I recommend watching this ultimate guide first and then the other 2 videos. The order doesn't matter. I'm giving you the tools. You don't even need these videos because everything you need is within you. But that is an amazing resource. All right. You do this every day. Okay. So just definitely want you to know there's no time you have to wait. You can literally shift anything in an instant, and this will help you connect with your OG self directly. So before we do the tarot reading and close out, okay. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So we're going to do a pick a card reading. But before we do a pick a card reading, we're going to do a ritual. And then the outcome of the ritual will be, you'll see, just basically, we're going to tap into our higher self. We're going to summon our OG self right now. And just so you know that I'm not capping, I'm going to do a 3-card pick a card reading. All right, fuck it. I'm going to do a 4-card pick a card reading. You're going to pick 1 card and your OG will give you a specific message through that card so you know that it's your OG. And that's going to be the message you're going to take with this Capricorn season. All right, beautiful. So let's do the ritual right now. Right now, I want you to tap into your soul vibration and your soul wavelength. This is the moon sign activation. Feel how powerful, how magical, how royal you are. Understand that some people are so insecure, they run away from this part of themselves. They feel like they need status, money, other people, attention to run away from just this. What's invisible lasts forever. They think this is corny. They think this is spiritual mumbo jumbo. But these same people are racked with so much anxiety because they run away from this power. This is the power they're ridiculing you because they're terrified that you don't need all this extra shit to still be even more connected than money they try to buy to be. Remember that. 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 There's nothing wrong with indulging in luxuries. The only difference between you and them is, you know, you don't need that. You got this. If you were to lose all of it and they were to lose all of it, some of these people would kill themselves. They would legitimately be depressed. If you were to lose all of it, yeah, you might be disappointed or frustrated, but it's not going to screw your inner chi. You're not going to lose your inner self. Okay, so feel it, feel it, feel it. Now, step 2, activate your sun sign. Okay. Set an intention to connect with your OG. What's up, OG? And make this as personal to you. Okay. However you want to do this. This could be your magic word. And whenever you say this magic word, it connects you directly. Some of you, you're psychic as fuck. Like your OG like trolls you. Like as soon as you said it, it's already hitting you with a synchronicity. So really be mindful of what you feel, what you think. That's it. That's all you have to do. So now that we've done this, let's pull some cards. You're going to choose from 1 to 4 cards, and this is going to be the OG test. I'm going to pull it. If it resonates with you, you connect it with your OG. If you don't feel it resonates with you, sit with it. It might later, but if it doesn't, you don't need work connecting with your OG, but you could always try again. This will be a time capsule. So basically, if you need to come back to it and then connect with your OG and then choose another card, even though it may not make sense to you now, the message can resonate with you later. It's not specific to the actual meaning of the. So what I'm saying is, you don't want to take too much of an analytical approach and listen literally to what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what I'm literally saying. Like if I pull this card and I say it's about dog poop versus if I say your life is going, that doesn't matter. What matters is the energy. What energy comes through? Because some people focus too much on, I'm listening to what you're saying, but I don't know how. That doesn't matter. Whether I talk about Whataburger, whether I talk about whatever, it doesn't matter. Does the message I'm saying resonate with you? That's it. Go more for the feeling. That's it. All right. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. This is an intuitive psychic exercise. So we can afford to be a bit nonlinear with it. This is just an OG test to test the frequency. So the underlying theme, by the way, this is card 1, 2, 3, and 4. What's going to happen is the psychic attack will hit as soon as you tap into yourself. And that's for you to react to. No. You don't need to react to peasants. Insecure energy that is threatened by your royalty triggers your strength. See, since you're in your clothes all day, you may not consider it as strong. You sitting in your strength triggers and threatens others, and then they, in their threatening, project. Let them be flies that just buzz around you. Stay in your power. This literally unsettles them even more. All right. Don't let them shift you out your power. So we do have beginnings. Oh my God. I can't make this up. Holy shit. Oh my God. Neuralation. This is Uranus channeling. This is the channeling of your OG self. All right. If we got the world, that would also be a representation, but specific to beginnings, this is it. Your OG self is saying, this is it. This is it. The neural tube at the center reflects all that can be a blank state, an organism with a nervous system, a thinking, functioning being. So you want to keep an open mind to this. All right. Your OG self is saying that everything that you've been taught, throw it in the trash. Your OG, your OG self is talking shit. Oh my God. Yo, your OG self is cool as fuck. Hold on. Your OG self is like, look. Tell peace dealer. Tell him that everything you've ever been taught is fucking bullshit. Throw that bullshit in the class. Your OG self said that in less than 3 months, it's going to teach you more than you've been taught your whole life. Your OG self is dead ass saying, throw it all in the trash. You can learn from scratch that you as a fool is smarter than all these people with their worldly wisdom and everything that they learned. Your OG self is literally saying, hold me to this. Hold me to this. Yo, I fuck with you. Ooh. Yo, it's a smart ass. It's me talking mad slick. It's like your uninhibited self. I like it. I love the energy. I'm loving the energy. All right. It's frying. It's blasting. I can just hear it going off. All right. We're going to do pile 1. That's wild. I don't even consider myself sensitive to energy like that, but I felt your OG self heavy. Like, oh, let them know if he's it's slit. It's feeling good. What did you guys do? What did you guys do? You got your OG self feeling confident and good. It's proud of you. It's like, yeah. Peace dealer. That's mine. Look, that's my avatar. It's this is how it's talking about you. It's like, you see that? You see that? That's my avatar. What? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. That's what it's literally going to gods and goddesses in Mount Olympus. Like, hey, you see that avatar down there? Yeah, that's me. That's you. Yeah, that's me. That's my avatar. Yeah, it's killing shit down there. Look. You see how it's awakening people and eliminate? Yo, what did you do? What did you do? You got your OG self. Like, wow, that's crazy. All right, power one. All right. If you pick pile 1, we have rejuvenation, the star. Okay, this is the star. So if you pick pile 1, your OG self, first of all, this is Isis. This is Aquarius. So your OG self is not only leading you to fame and notoriety, but this is also spiritual gifts. And this is also a very supernatural awakening of your super self. So that's why you have to forget everything, because everything you were taught is still not at the level of what you represent. Okay. When neural connections are severed, they try and reconnect, sometimes taking detours to avoid the scar tissue left behind. So pile 1, your OG self is leading you to have dreams come true, as you are the dream and hope coming true. There's so many different layers to this. The first layer is, 1, your higher self is at this, I don't even want to say Isis goddess level. Your higher self is this fully realized potential that you are directly able to harness. This is your OG self. This is you coming into that of your OG self. But the first thing I picked up is not only regeneration, right, but superstardom. If you picked pile 1, oh, Christian Dixie, because you're an Aquarius, this pile is gonna resonate with all Aquarians, because you are the star Aquarius. So that's also what I was gonna say. Like, if you resonate with the pile that you didn't pick, it's also your pile. All the piles will be your pile, but you want to see which one resonates with you the most. So if you pick pile 1, your OG self is preparing you to literally be the star. You're the ones who, like, they're like, hey, you see my avatar? Yeah, that's me. That's your avatar? Yeah, they're famous as fuck. Yeah, that's my avatar. That's my avatar. Look, I've been killing this shit. I'm telling you. And your OG self is gonna use you to spread illumination and healing. If you pick pile 1, you are not activating, but you are harvesting and completing supernatural healing ability that you have been awakening for years. So the reason why your OG self has been protecting you is because you might think of healing in a very naive way, when the healing that you're going to be doing can put many pharmaceutical companies out of business and have you be a target, because you're literally driving customers away. Do you see where I'm getting at with this? Like, a lot of your notoriety is going to come because of your spiritual gifts. Imagine if you're famous because you perform miracles. Imagine if you're famous because people have stories about how you saved their life and brought hope to them in the darkest hour. Like, you're getting ready for that arc. So that's going to be this Capricorn season for you. All right. Congratulations. If you picked pile 2, the message from your OG self is control. This is the Emperor. While thoughts flow like bursting rivers, the frontal lobe exerts control and inhibition to regulate them and allow for our humanness to emerge. You guys are the emperors, okay? if you picked pile 2, you are holding shit down. First of all, your OG self is a gangster. Like they don't play at all. Your OG self probably got you up at 6 in the morning, like, hey, we ride at dawn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your OG self does not play with you. Okay. Your OG self is this is a very hyper masculine, disciplined card. Okay. Your OG self is probably highly respectful of you, but it's enabling you to step into your authority. So pile 1 is stepping into inspiration. Pile 2, you have this authority that commands reality itself. And this is what is going to really have you completely not just claim this and step into this, but with this whole notion of inhibition, it's going to enable you to control not just yourself, but the connection with your OG in ways where you are harnessing its full power and need to step into that integrity, because with great power comes great responsibility. You are going to have control and authority over other people's lives. And this is where this level of integrity is important as the father, even if no matter if you're a man or woman, as this masculine principle of power and authority. This is going to have you really be able to direct and move things forward and organize and control things. So you definitely, I really like the contrast. Like pile 1 is very inspirational. Pile 2 is very much so on their shit. Like they're not playing around at all. I don't want to say that anyone's playing, but pile 1, there's a lot more decisiveness and power behind the direction you're going to be able to step into. I just really like that whole theme of control as well. The power we see here with pile 2 is the ability to literally like make your own living. You don't, if you pick pile 2, you don't rely on anybody for money. You make your own money. Nobody sets your hours for you. Like pile 1, they're the star. So they're the living dream. They don't necessarily have to work a job because they got their dream job or they made their dream come true. You know what I'm saying? But pile 2, you create your own hours. You are your own boss. You employ other people. You're the emperor. You know what I'm saying? Like you run shit. And if you're not there yet, this Capricorn season is your OG literally stepping away. This is what you're finally awakening. All right. So pile 1 is finally awakening rejuvenation. Pile 2, you are awakening this control. All right. Pile 3, we have choices. This is the Chariot card. All right. This is the card of victory, but we have adrenals. Life is full of choices. Should I stay or go? And the most primal amongst them, responding to signals from the brain, is that of fight or flight. So if you picked pile 3, you are a pioneer. You are someone who is moving forward and moving the bar forward with victory after victory, of course, based on the choices that you're making. Okay. So whereas pile 2 is the Emperor of Aries, pile 3 is the Chariot, which is Cancer, right? This is the exertion of your willpower in order to achieve victory. If we go into the choices, this is really speaking of how you're going to be discerning the right choices to make, because your OG self is, before you even have insight about the details, you're already going to know what choices to make. Classic case in point. Buddha AQ is the celestial bro. He literally reads tarot for the bros. So it makes a lot of sense why he got pile 3. He is he's so good at what he does. He's going to be able to not only pull, he doesn't even need to use cards, but if he wanted to use cards to make a decision, he can trust what he pulled and make the right decision every time. And Jen Star, welcome to the gang. Thank you for joining us. All right. Welcome to the Eternal Vibe Tribe. So this is really beautiful because with this choices card, you're going to be stepping into victory that will propel you forward with momentum and enable you to make more and more mature choices, which on top of that is important because it will enable you to abstain from immediate gratification. This is because basically if you pick pile 3, you're going to come into some instant victory that you do. And the choice for you is based on this W. All right. Oh, Jocelyn, yes. For those of you who want a live reading, you can click the Hipsy link below and I will be able to pull a personal if you want me to. But basically, if you pick pile 3, you're going to do something that's going to give you instant victory. You don't have to worry about what it is. You're going to do it. The choice is, are you going to squander that victory or are you going to re-up on yourself? Let's say you have a victory and you win $100,000 because you did something. You made it happen. Are you going to spend that $100,000 on cocaine and strippers? Or are you going to reinvest that $100,000 and keep moving forward? This is your OG self molding your character based on the choices that you make that affect your fate and destiny. Okay. So that leaves us to pile 4. Last but not least, we have solitude. Okay. This is the Hermit card. The insula deep in the brain is thought to be the seat of consciousness, whose structure has been shown to be influenced by meditative practices. So pile 1 was Aquarius, pile 2 was Aries, pile 3 was Cancer, and pile 4 is Virgo. Your OG self is definitely wanting to separate you. All right. By the way, this video will be available for WeWatch. You could just peep it on YouTube. It will be available on YouTube. I have it in the community tab. Your OG self doesn't want you to reveal certain things to other people. Your OG self, it's not that it's going to like make you a hermit and you can't be social, right? But there's certain things that are going to be revealed just for you. It's a stark contrast to pile number 1. For pile number 1, they're going to be revealing all sorts of mysteries to other people. Pile 2 and 3 is more personal. They're going to really come into their own personal victories. Pile 4, you are a specialist. Okay, pile 4, you have general medicine and then you have neurosurgeons, right? There's like 50 general practitioners of medicine, and then there's only 2 neurosurgeons. That's you. You're like one of those 2 neurosurgeons who is so specialized in your field. You understand nuances as an expert of this that no one else knows. And so your OG self is going to crystallize this mastery of your being. And I really love this because like you're only just getting started, guys. There's infinite potential that you're walking into this. And as you really disturb these weak little bitches who think that they can project their insecurity on you, you're going to let them know real quick that you and your OG self got these hands for everyone. And they can never ever stop you from doing what you meant to do. And that's just what it do. Okay. So with that being said, this was a beautiful, wonderful pick a card. Now that you've tapped into your OG self, I want you to take this wisdom for this final awakening that in 6 months from now, during the summer, we'll harvest. So now until March is going to activate this awakening. And then once we step through the eclipse in April, which kicks off war all around the world, we'll be integrating this awakening that in the summer during the equinox will harvest the full-on awakening of your OG self through feeling in Cancer season the personal connection that you've awakened beyond this world. And I think this is a fitting final message. Happiness, okay? Forebrain. Serotonin circuits in the forebrain help regulate feelings of joy, happiness, and gratitude. These extend through the cortex and into the brainstem. So please understand that this journey with your OG self is to maintain happiness. Whatever it is you do that makes you happy is you connecting with your OG self. All you have to do is feel good. God is good. Hallelujah. Y'all stay blessed as always. Okay. And as soon as I end this broadcast, your OG self will connect with you, probably share a very amazing sign, and guide you forward. Tomorrow is the moon in Libra. These agents are going to come for you, but Morpheus or your OG self is going to call you and guide you through. And once again, I want to reinstate, because you are awakening and connecting to the true facet of yourself, this is going to instantly manifest the final understanding of your twin flame counterpart. If you don't like the word twin flame, your soulmate counterpart. I'm talking about the infinite essence that mirrors you in every form, not just that crush that you like, the dog across the street that mirrors you, the synchronicity with the food that you ate. This is beyond just the whole theme of romance. But because romance and love is a theme, the Venus's presence in Sagittarius is going to rapidly accelerate the passion and how like amazing and fiery a lot of this blows out of proportion. And you need to stay centered in your energy. Okay, this is the need for you to understand this twin flame soulmate counterpart is to complete your integration and understanding of yourself. Some people are going to attach to this romance counterpartship and lose the point of the message. Other people are going to remember it's within and they're going to attract everything they want and more. So you guys stay blessed as always. And until next time.